Mike Looney closes in on Motor Mile track title and closes gap on Peyton Sellers for national title run. Greg Edwards earns victory 7 and 8 by sweeping twin features at Langley. Trevor Knowles wins $10,000 at Orange County Speedway. This is your race weekend wrap-up on Race22.com. Most all of our tracks were victims to the rains on Friday night, August 23rd, but Kingsport did get their race in. They had a 60-lap feature for the late model stock cars. 9 cars took time in qualifying. Nick Williams was your winner. Zeke Shell finished second. Bryson Dennis third. Wayne Hill finished fourth. And Derek Lane rounded out the top 5. Saturday night, August 24th. Caraway Speedway was also a victim to the rains on Saturday night. Greenville-Pickens Speedway had 40-lap features for 10 limited late models. Taylor Satterfield was your winner. Ryan Walker finished second. Cameron Bolin finished third. Jason Scruggs fourth. And Riley Gentry rounded out the top 5. Hickory Motor Speedway had twin 40-lap features for 16 late model stock cars in the pits. Race number 1, it was Travis Swaim racing to victory. Matt Light finished second. Thomas Bean finished third. Mike Darn finished fourth. And Bradley McCaskill rounded out the top 5. Race number 2, it was Thomas Bean winning race number 2 on the season. Matt Piercy finished second. Matt Light finished third. Charlie Watson fourth. And Travis Swaim rounded out the top 5. Langley Motor Speedway had twin 70-lap features. 14 late model stock cars were on the grounds for those events. Greg Edwards swept both races. He was your winner in race number 1. Connor Hall finished second. Brendan Queen finished third. Danny Edwards fourth. And Casey Wyatt rounded out the top 5. Greg captured victory number 8 with his win in race number 2. Connor Hall finished second. Danny Edwards finished third. Brendan Queen finished fourth. And Justin S. Carroll rounded out the top 5. Greg raced hard with Connor Hall in both races and spoke very highly of Connor in victory lane.
Yeah, my hands about half got stuck in the spokes on the steering wheel that one time. We were so sideways, I thought we were going to lose it. I don't know, it's just really hard racing there with Connor. I mean, the fans didn't like that racing. Man, I don't know, that was some exciting side-by-side racing. And Connor gave me all I had. I mean, Connor never backs down. He's going to run it for all he's got, and that's what he should do. And our car was just a tick better tonight, and I'm just proud of this team. Thank God for this effort. That's what this is racing. We're not following the leader. We're going for it. Everybody wants to win. Everybody's got a team that works really hard on their cars, and those people that work hard on them deserve to win, and so do my guys. So if we got a car that's capable, I'm certainly going to try to win with it.
Motor Mile Speedway had twin 50-lap features for 15 late model stock cars on the grounds. Mike Looney was your winner in race number 1. Philip Morris finished second. Cress Van Dyke finished third. Kyle Dudley fourth. Brian Reedy rounded out the top 5. Race number 2, once again, Mike Looney was your winner. Philip Morris finished second. Kyle Dudley finished third. Brian Reedy finished fourth. And Cress Van Dyke rounded out the top 5. Mike started in the back twice.
To run down from behind, passing twice in one night, it's big, and that's not to belittle any of these other guys here. There's a lot of strong teams here and some good drivers, but that is Philip Morris. You know, that's the man. Well, I guess he's over 100 wins at this racetrack. I'm just chipping a little dent at that, a little bit at a time. But man, what a race car Forrest builds! Just really blessed to get to drive something like that, and what a great racetrack, Motor Mile Speedway, with the apron, the multiple grooves. You know, if they get low, I'll just go lower, or you can go higher. It makes it where you can start in the back, and with a good car, pass people. You know, and you can keep your car clean without tearing the nose up. You know, it'd be harder to do that somewhere else. So this is, thought if we was going to win a championship, this is where it's going to happen here at home, Motor Mile. You know, my favorite racetrack right here.
Myrtle Beach Speedway, also a victim to the rains, rescheduled that event for September 14th. South Boston Speedway had 100 laps for the late model stock cars. 16 cars took time in qualifying. Lee Pulliam, who's been on a hot streak here lately, hit victory lane once again on this Saturday night. Peyton Sellers finished second. Thomas Scott finished third. Austin Thaxton fourth. And Daniel Silvestri rounded out the top 5. Tri-County Motor Speedway played host to the Southeast Super Truck Series. The trucks had a 75-lap feature. Clark Houston, grandson of the great Tommy Houston, was your winner. That's his first ever victory in the Super Truck Series. Ed Surratt finished second. Kenneth Heaton finished third. Shefflin Clay finished fourth. Ralph Carnes rounded out your top 5. For the limited late models on the card, 75-lap features for those cars had 12 cars on the grounds. Lee Tissett once again victorious in that series. Caleb Presley finished second. Ralph Carnes finished third. Josh Goebel finished fourth. And Chris Phipps rounded out your top 5. And finally, the Cars Tour. Thrifty Tire Mid-Atlantic Classic. 100 laps for the late model stock cars, 150 and 10,000 to win for the super late models, presented by Per Your Tank Lines at the Orange County Speedway. 22 late model stock cars took time in qualifying. Bobby McCarty was your winner. Bobby was pretty pleased with his car during the race, but he talked about his poor qualifying time, and he says his team picked on him during the race.
It was actually kind of embarrassing because around lap 35, they come on the radio and say, you just ran a faster lap than you did in qualifying. And they're like, how do you feel about it? That's embarrassing, but we just had to work through it. I feel like we had a good car. I don't know if we could have drove through the field because of how the passing is here. I mean, it's a wide racetrack and you can run everywhere, but the top gets so dominant here, and it's hard to really get position on somebody unless you're just way faster. So I hate to see race cars get torqued like that, and I hate to see the 88 have luck like that. That's not how I want to be somebody. I want it to be straight up. So, but at the end of the day, with the times we was running in the race, I feel like the car was pretty strong. Had good consistent speed to it, kind of what we was struggling with the whole weekend, and we kind of had a feeling when night hit that everything would come to us, but you just hate banking on that because you never really know for sure if that's going to happen. So, things played out for us. The car had come to life when nighttime hit, and it was strong, man. I mean, it runs some really good lap times there. I was pretty happy with it.
Sammy Smith finished second after starting shotgun on the field. Sammy had issues in qualifying, so he started in the rear, had contact in the lap 3 skirmish, had to pit, started in the rear again.
Yeah, we broke in qualifying. I think we qualified 10th or something, 8th, 9th. And then on that lap 2 crash, I had it stopped and someone ran into the back of me and we had a flat tire, so we had to come back down. And then we just fought all night to get up to second.
How was the car after the contact?
No, it was good, just had a flat tire, and then towards the last 30 laps, it just got too tight.
Jonathan Finley, career finished third. Restarts were not good for Jonathan, but he is very excited about his third place finish, but admits he didn't have the very best car.
We weren't the greatest, I'm not going to lie, but racing is not always about having the greatest car. It's about a lot of luck too and how the race plays out. Obviously it played out for us really good tonight. We haven't had the greatest year, but that's here nor there now. Just trying to put that behind us and keep on moving forward. But that end of that race was definitely different. I did not want to do restarts whatsoever. My car would get really tight for about the first 2 laps, and I had to make everything of it to basically just stay where I was. And I think at one point I heard my spotter say 4 wide, and I was right in the middle of it with Justin Carroll. And I mean, I really didn't have a choice. Me and him got into it, but we talked about it after the race, and we had both agreed that that's just part of racing.
Justin Carroll fought back to finish 4th, and Deke McCaskill, who was a part of that 3rd lap melee, fought back to finish 5th. 10,000 to win for the super late models, 150 laps. 19 super late models took the green flag. Trevor Knowles was your winner, driving for Donnie Wilson. Matt Craig finished 2nd. Giovanni Bramonti finished 3rd. Corey Heim 4th. Stephen Nash rounded out the top 5. Tony Stevens caught up with Trevor in victory lanes, asked him about putting on that right rear tire with 30 laps to go.
Yeah, I didn't know what happened. I just heard something pop. I thought it was in the front end, but evidently it wasn't. That was a gift from God right there, but I think we had a really good car. I think we had a good enough car to win it, but this is by far one of my biggest wins in my career, and I just couldn't be happy enough to do it with Cars Tour. Yeah, it was pretty hectic coming to the field right there. Just cars were going everywhere. It was carnage, and it was a long race, but I'm glad we're standing here in victory lane.
Trevor Knowles, enjoy it. The biggest win of your career. You're $10,000 richer.
Thank you, Tony.
Well, that's it for this weekend of the Race Weekend Wrap-Up on Race22.com. Until next week, we'll see you at the races.